И всем привет, канал MitrichPlay, и мы продолжаем проходить игру The Dark Eye Demonicon. Так, в прошлой серии мы спасли 3 детей, убили 3 демонов, повстречали нашу очередную сестру. Нам надо как-то у нее выудить всю необходимую инфу, чтобы вызвать главного демона.
The view from up here is breathtaking, is it not? Only one must try not to think of what the people down there in the streets do with one another once the sun goes down.
I always used to feel safe behind city walls, but lately they haven't been keeping the horrors from the Shadowlands out anymore.
Have you heard? That Ulev uses demonic magic for his kill. Sacrifice.
Тут какие-то побочки еще есть. Опа!
No, this is against Rondra's teachings. Return when you are willing to fight the honorable way.
А, это дуэль, что ли? Меня кто-то на дуэль вызвал? Да давай, без магии, не вопрос. Кого они там могли победить, эти паладины двуручные? Вы же пиздец какие медленные. Любая демоническая тварь.
Thank you for letting Gendler live. She has a good heart. It was just a little misdirect.
В разы сильнее каждого из вас. Так, нихера мне непонятно. О, налево что-то есть.
Those assholes in the guard
Here
slaughtered
were
everyone who
Unkians.
wanted to get the food from the
In
armory and
Rondra's
spread it
name,
around.
praise
Those
the
assholes in
city
the
guard.
want to spread it
She
around
was
fairly,
merciful
not
to
just
those
throw
who
it out
wanted
into
to
the street
take
where
from the
strongest
armory
just take it all for
food
themselves.
intended for all. For to err is to be human, and their courage does them credit. Yet forgiveness, Warunkians, forgiveness is truly divine.
There you are. But where's Scalina?
By the time I got to the fire, it was too late. I'm sorry.
I see. Please don't talk about it anymore. I'm grateful to you, despite everything. You brought back 2 of my children.
I wish you strength.
Thank you. And good luck in your travels.
Так, сдавать
Now
мы
my
пока...
brother's in jail. Just because the bloody guards wanted to have someone guilty to show.
Пока сдавать ничего не будем. Потому что я понятия не имею, чем мы выполнили.
Chiron is back in town. Not a moment too soon either.
Тут... Спасибо, хоть баррикаду убрали. Так, ну все, да? Нет, не все, надо в квартал беженцев еще зайти.
Hear all ye who follow the call
Those assholes
of
in the
the
guard
false
slaughtered
prophet
everyone who
from
wanted
the
to get the
claw
food from the
maw.
armory and
Give your
spread it
souls
around.
to
Those
the
assholes
demon
in the
lords by
guard
doing
Oh, business is going well, my friend. Oh, business is going well, my friend.
Hi there, sweetie.
Better
Now,
to keep your head.
if it isn't the strapping lad from the refugee camp, want to show me your mighty sword?
Ничего себе. Секретный переулок. А что вы тут делаете? Бухлишка? Ну это же не запрещено. Так, ловушка. Несмотря на все свои доспехи, он крякнул. Интересно. Нас шипы так просто не берут. Ну, хотя можно списать, конечно, на демонические силы. Ну, типа, с какой силой должен впиться в болт? В плотный стальной доспех. Чтобы его пробить.
What are you looking for round here? Punch in the head?
Так. Есть что продать-то? Секира сумасшедшего 11. Фуфло. Так, все, жемчужины найдены. В принципе, здесь делать больше ничего не надо. Но могут быть сундуки, так что мы пробежимся до конца. Бля, где он людей берет, а? Мы положили уже полгорода, а он все равно их где-то находит. Так, а тут ведь ничего нет. Да, ничего нет. Тут ничего не появилось. Странно, они вроде как охотятся на нас. Но никто нас из его стражников не атакует. Нас, если и атакуют, то именно головорезы на улицах.
A trip to paradise, just 10 kreutzers.
In the window. And there, in the bushes. Eh?
Don't
Keep
be
your eyes
like that. I
open.
still need at least 2.
I wouldn't wander around here like that if I were you, but it's your life.
Так, нам показывает метка. Угу. Ну, пойдем в квартал
Those assholes
беженцев.
in the guard
People
slaughtered
of
everyone who
Warung,
wanted to get the food from the
fear the
armory and spread
demons.
it around.
Renounce
Those
their
assholes in the
temptations
guard
and
want to
defy
stop
their
us
servants.
Not just from
True salvation comes solely from thundering.
My husband was in the guards up until the massacre.
Не понял, это верхний квартал? А зачем нам сюда показывали?
Demons and undead monsters. Maybe down there, but not here.
Не догоняю я. Сейчас нет ничего.
My daughter's nothing but skin and bones.
Может, просто надо было записку прочитать, а не переходить туда.
Mission. Mission. Mission.
Опа,
Mission.
не все выполнил.
That's Chiron.
Но у меня меток нет других. Или есть.
People of Warung, fear the demons.
Those
Renounce
assholes
their
in the guard
temptations
slaughtered
and
everyone who wanted to get
defy
the food
their
from the
servants.
armory and spread it
True
around.
salvation
Those
comes
assholes in the
solely from
guard want to
thundering
spread it around
Rundra.
fair.
Тут вроде как без изменений. Прочесть. Бля, вот это точно эти записочки. Надо читать. Задание обновлено. Хорош.
Sick in the refugee camp, the only ones who are hungry. My daughter's nothing but skin and bones.
You.
Все. Да, mission completion.
Now my brother's in jail. Just because the bloody guards wanted to have someone guilty to show.
Well,
Хорош, богатый дядька.
The Metropolitan has decreed, whosoever
those
packs
assholes in
or
the guard
communicates
slaughtered
with
everyone who wanted to get the
demons
food
shall
from the armory
burn.
and spread it around.
Whoever wears
Those
their
assholes in the
symbols
guard want
or
to spread
speaks
it
their
around
language
fairly, not
will
just throw it
lose
out into
their
the street
sight.
where the strongest just...
Whoever
Those men with
protects
the armour
their
that look like
servants
demon
or their
skins.
works
I
or
didn't just...
conceals...
Chiron. Finally, I've deciphered the second ingredient.
You mean you've translated the mysterious writing to mysterious babble?
Maybe your mind has finally grown as big as your mouth. Then I'll be more than happy to leave the last part of the translation for you. The next ingredient sounds even more sinister. Pluck thee a root that doth arise from the drops of vilest nightmare and convulsions most pernicious.
Another riddle for us.
I would imagine the heretic Theodore could solve it for us.
The Magus. Yes, he shouldn't be hard to find.
Так. Демоны. 3 призывных демона был первый ингредиент.
I'm
Теперь нам
glad to
надо...
be in here. I hear people in the West Town are rotting alive.
Сука. Ага.
Those men with the armour that look like demon skins. I didn't just imagine them.
Охренели совсем, а?
Those
No.
assholes in the guard
The
slaughtered everyone who
Metropolitan has
wanted to get the
decreed,
food from the armory and
whosoever
spread it
packs or
around.
communicates
Those
with
assholes in the
demons
guard want
shall
to spread it
burn.
around fairly.
Ёпты.
In Rondra's name, drop your weapons! Belhalhard Heusenstam, you are in disobedience of the Margrave's orders.
The guard will take care of this scum, your reverence. No need to bother the goddess.
Pull your people back and drop your weapons. This is my last warning.
Chiron, always there when you need him.
What's going on?
Parel thinks he can get away with total insolence. Just sends his people into our territory under the pretense of wanting to negotiate. Ha! Good old Belhalhard sure gave those cartel toadies a swift kick in the arse. But the Metropolitan showed up before we were able to finish them. Parel snuck out of the tunnel, left his bootlicker Ulrich to face the music. I mean, if you were to help just a bit, lads, it would be too bad if we were to lose Belhalhard. And I can't interfere, understand?
You want to use me? Which demon shat in your skull to make you think we were still allies?
Come on, lad, this is war. You can't explain every little thing. Get Belharhad out of this hole, and we'll see how we can set things straight. Is that a deal?
They offered peace? Did you at least listen to their offer?
Bah, peace. I didn't have to listen. Parel is like the dragon, cunning and deceitful. And everyone who works for him deserves death.
По-моему, ты ёбнулся уже, коротышка.
The whole city is in uproar. I get attacked on every corner. The Margrave has to approach the Rondrians as a petitioner. Fergalosh, what's going on?
What's going on? It's about that lizard spawn, and that we choose the Plague Bailiff, no one else, and certainly not Parel. It's about survival, lad, and your having cleared the post of Plague Bailiff is the key to it all.
This is about your old enmity and nothing else.
The guard must now stand as one, and it needs you, lad.
Я вот не хочу теперь тебе помогать.
You wanted to use me, and now you need my help. Well then, let's see what our alliance is worth. Metropolitan, have your brave warriors come to mediate?
In the goddess's name, and on Warrank's behalf.
You're siding with Parel?
This is not about intrigue. These men are guilty. I will not tolerate this kind of turmoil in our city. Those pigs in the guard started it. We came to negotiate peace. Chiron, you know these people. Tell the Metropolitan it's the truth. I don't care who wanted what. We have watched this honourless slaughter long enough. One side has to lose, and the Divine Lioness will ensure that the decision is just. You, Belhelhard, may now choose for yourself and your men. Death or exile.
То есть я могу переметнуться, да? К клану. Остаться верным гвардии. Да ну все равно, блядь. Гвардия нас не атаковала. Не мешала нам. Давай останемся с ними.
You have been deceived, Metropolitan. Yes, both have caused their fair share of death and devastation. But the cartel is here for no other reason than to murder Fergalosh. If anyone is to be banned, then it should be the men of the Kreutzer cartel.
Is that true?
You can believe me or not.
All right then, I will trust you on this. In Rondra's name, I, Yarkon of Turgelef, Metropolitan of the Middle Realm, Rondra's chosen in Warrank, proclaim, these men from the Kreutzer Alley are hereby forever banished. You have until dawn to leave Warrank, or you will face the executioner. Me? Why me? Until we meet again. Rondrians, we're leaving.
We should crack a barrel, but first take this. And a special allowance, as agreed.
Thank you. I will get back to you. Now I need to talk to Fyodor.
I hate to disappoint you, lad. He managed to break out. Ran towards the brothel, of course.
The brothel. So in Kreutzer Alley.
A cakewalk, lad. That pack of thieves will keep their heads down. If you even actually see one.
One more thing. I don't like being used. Got it?
Och, lads, don't be such a stickler. Once a guard, always a guard. We stick together.
Снести бы тебе башку, да ты нужен еще. Так, а что он нам дал? Меч? Какой-то или топор, да? Секира. Здоровье 4, телосложение 2. Крит плюс 2. Ну нет.
Announcement of the Metropolitan.
Those assholes in the guard
of
slaughtered everyone who
Arivor
wanted to get the
was a
food from
traitor.
the armory and spread it around.
All those who followed him brought
Those
shame
assholes
upon
in the guard
themselves
want to
and
spread it around
Rondra's
fairly,
house.
not just throw
The
it out
Dom
into the
Naaman
street
is
where the
forgiven.
strongest just...
Piss off, and no stupid looks neither. Back there in the alley, that shadow. And there, in the window.
Серьезно?
And there, in the bushes. Huh? Keep your eyes open.
Да хватит.
Come on, you get me and my sister together. As soon as Azrael's minions show up, there you are too. Amazing coincidence.
Yes, amazing the way you coincidentally lie in wait for me, over and over again.
We're working together. Or should I just rid myself of the gift and watch you bash Calandra's head in?
I'm looking for the second ingredient. And you?
So, the second ingredient, right? That's why you headed for the brothel. Oh, and here I thought we had something serious.
I'm looking for Fyodor. Have you seen him?
He's sure to be somewhere near the Thorned Rose. You'd better hurry, before he beats you to the prettiest one.
I run into you time and again, but we still haven't fought one another.
Perhaps she would give me a chance against you others. But to be honest, I don't want to take that risk. Azrael thinks we just have to meet to be compelled to kill one another. But my new mistress protects me from that. At least, as long as that elf isn't in the vicinity.
You seem nervous.
Azrael is on her way here, and she knows that we want to summon Zul'Goroth.
We're still alive.
Once she's here, that could change quickly, at least for one of us. So, go to the brothel and get your ingredient, and whatever else you want there.
What are you going to do in the meantime? Stand around half naked? At least here you won't be noticed.
I'll take care of the last ingredient. I've been doing that all along.
I'm one ahead of you. Hurry up. We may never see one another again.
Well, if we both die, we'll meet again in the nether hells. Who knows? Maybe Zulgaroth and the Dark Mother are neighbours.
And Kalandra would remain, without our gifts.
But with Azarel as mistress, leading her soul around on a string, not the best alternative, if you ask me.
I'm not the type to die easily. And you?
I hope that it doesn't have to go that far.
Мне почему-то кажется, что это она их призывает. Этих воинов.
Business is going well, my friend.
Don't be like that. I still need at least 2 more customers today.
Adeptus Feodor. Either in prison or in the House of Pleasure.
Ad primo. This is currently the last place the executive would allow themselves to be seen. Ad secundo, I am drawn here by purely intellectual temptations. I have discovered an extremely rare phenomenon of demonic provenance.
Time for that later. First, I need your help.
An analysis of your astral power? That may be of burning interest to you, young man, but consider the effort, time, temporal impensation.
It's a mystery.
Interesting. Let's hear.
Pluck thee a root that doth arise from drops of vilest nightmare and convulsion most pernicious.
Radix appears Agrimothian narco-fictional in origin, humid hypnotic cohesion with aspects of spasmodic contraction, invocation ingredient possibly substitutable. Sounds like simple mandrake, or with a bit of interpretation according to my newest discovery, the dwelling of a creature from the nether hells, one of Thargunitoth's brood. This tree.
Right, we chop down the tree and I'll take the roots.
Not so fast. The ladies who offer themselves in the thorned rose like to lay their children to sleep under this tree.
Under a demonic tree?
They have to go about their daily work. Screaming children would scare off the customers. Especially now, where the whores are starving because Fergalosh no longer tolerates clients with unusual desires.
The children sleep soundly under a tree controlled by the archdemon of nightmares.
Well, they are outwardly quiet. The fact that they are actually tormented by horrible nightmares is the other side of the coin. Before we chop this tree down, we should first argue at length about the pros and cons.
You're not serious. I don't want to chop the tree down, I just want a root.
This is a veritable ethical dilemma. I am not willing to ignore this factor.
Get out of my way or I will smack you.
Oh yes, smite the defenseless unarmed scholar. A true challenge for a minuscule mind. But I made acquaintance enough with violence in prison. You will have to cut my throat if you want to get past me.
Or argue with you?
Or argue with me. We are facing a serious...
Так.
42.
What? Does this relate to our discussion?
It is an answer, isn't it?
Get back to the topic.
Too bad people don't like the easy answers.
So then, should the children suffer nightmares and be well fed, or should they sleep soundly and drive off their mother's clients with their cries?
How do we know that the tree does not already have us under its spell? Maybe we are only dreaming this discussion.
It's simple. Thargunitoth would send us a nightmare, not an ordinary dream such as this discussion.
Exactly. A nightmare.
Forgive me, but I have the impression that you find this discussion unpleasant.
Don't you feel the same? Here we are, standing out here, when we could be in there instead.
I beg your pardon?
You seem somewhat out of sorts. Luckily, there's a brothel not far from here.
How is that supposed to help me?
The best cure for confusion. Brings a man back down to earth.
Indeed. You wouldn't mind waiting here a moment, would you?
Take your time.
And a smile upon regarding our dispute. What have you...
Oh, thank you, I have everything I need. And I didn't even have to chop down the tree.
Обломился. Так, тут нам ничего не надо, да? Ничего. Да хорош. Кто это?
I wouldn't wander around here like that if I were you, but...
Don't be like that. I still need at least 2 more customers today.
What are you looking for round here? Punch in the head?
Что за ёб твою мать?
Oh, business is going well, mate. I wouldn't wander around here like that if I were you, but it's your life. Better to keep your head down. Here, you can have a knife across your throat for... Those men with the armour that look like demon skin. I didn't just imagine.
I have the roots.
Very good. We're close, Chiron. Here, the third ingredient's description. Look at it. A dram of those humours which doth nourish the demonic majesty. Its bearer is rooted most firmly in the earth.
There's this stone at the gates of Warunk. People here still tell horror stories of how the necromancers used to force every traveller to sacrifice a mouthful of blood on that stone before they were granted access to the city.
It's quite possible that you could use that. Still, I think it means black wine. Black wine. Mutated vines that feed on living organisms, animals, humans. The juice of the grapes causes severe intoxication. Many associate this plant with Belkelel, the archdemon of black, rotten lust. Many slaves were sacrificed to her in Mogalat Oron. They were thrown naked into her vines. Oron no longer exists, but the wine should be available here too, in Kreutzer Alley. Where else?
Sounds like cartel business, and Fergalosh always has a sharp eye on his archenemy. He'll help me.
Опять этот блядский квартал идти, а?
Last night the guards had it out with the cartel again.
Ну, конечно. Кто бы мог подумать. Еба, застрял. Ну-ка, бежать. Вы чё, попутали?
Those Borberadians really are everywhere.
Bad news. Azarel has arrived in Warunk.
Damned elf. So what do we do? Do you have your ingredient?
No, there were complications.
Cassio, what's going on?
The invocation will take place. You can rely on me, Chiron. Completely.
Ну, окей. Походу, она реально наша настоящая сестра. Ведет себя именно так.
Dashing those.
Here, Warunkians! In Rondra's name, praise the city guard. She was merciful to those who wanted to take from the armory food intended for all. For to err is to be...
Margrave. Metropolitan?
Oh, good. You're still alive.
Just barely. Warunk really isn't the safest place to be anymore.
Unfortunately, I was misguided enough to believe that the power struggle between Parel and Fergalosh would be over after the fracas at the prison.
Their hatred is so great that no setback will keep them from fighting. We know that now.
It must come to an end. They will go on fighting until one eliminates the other.
Then why are you talking to me?
There are rumors about you, that you are taking sides in this conflict.
Some say you are changing sides.
They are lying.
Your actions are of no small concern. Make no mistake about it, Chiron. You have become an important factor of power.
Both sides are worn down. A final battle would decide everything.
Probably for your side. We need only wait to see who wins.
I know where I stand. Is that good enough?
We've heard where you stand, and if that's your final word, we won't keep you any longer. Throughout history, there have always been those who have paid a price.
Yakon, without a winner there will be no peace, but we can't wait until his boots are ankle-deep in the blood of his enemies to recognize him. Women and children have already been killed, and it will not stop. Fergalosh has taken Cartel family members hostage.
He probably wants to gain time to prepare for the final assault aimed at destroying the Cartel.
So, what do you want?
We let them fight until one side has the upper hand, then we step in.
Perhaps you can assert your influence and get the hostages released. We should save as many lives as possible. The Metropolitan and I agreed on a reward which is probably quite fitting. The Lord of Arivor's armor.
Ничего себе.
Arivor consorted with demons. If the armor ever had Rondra's blessing, then it has long since been lost. A dirty cause, a new wearer. You understand?
Charming. Simply charming, Metropolitan.
Those assholes in the guard slaughtered everyone who wanted to get the food from the armory and spread it around.
Those
The
assholes in the
Metropolitan
guard
has
want to
decreed,
spread it around
whosoever
fairly,
pacts
not
or
just throw it out into the
communicates with
street where the
demons
strongest just
shall
take it all for
burn.
themselves.
Whoever wears
Так, ну
their
если мы
symbol-
поможем одной из сторон, а мы поможем одной из сторон, все-таки я за гвардию, каким бы упырем гном не был, нас наградят какой-то броней какого-то лорда. Так, нам надо спасти... Кого нам надо спасти? Они держат кого-то в заложниках, да? И вот их надо спасти. Еще не сказали, что скоро будет финальная битва. Между картелем и гвардией. Вот они, красавцы.
Always a pleasure, Chiron.
А, ты торговец? А я не знал, что тут торговец есть. Ну... На, торговец.
I see you're getting ready.
To look that snake that crawls through Warrank's underground in the eye, yes.
You've both done your share of the killing.
I know how it looks to you, guards and smugglers, an everyday ordinary conflict. But this is different. Robberies, assaults, burglaries, all just to get my people to come to the scene, where the knife artists lie in wait for them. Young men have lost their lives, many women their husbands. Perel seems to have gone mad in his bloodlust. He wants to destroy us. He used to believe in freedom. Now he's fallen to the dragon completely. He must die, lad.
Да я, в принципе, не против. Давай его убьем.
Dolorosa grows black wine in the backyard of the Thorned Rose. Nasty stuff that costs human lives. The brothel is under the guard's supervision. Did you know, Sergeant?
I cannot look after everything, lad.
I thought you were friends of a sort.
I tried to talk to him, often.
Но это не важно, это фло.
I have to go see Dolorosa.
Relax one last time before the battle, eh? You'll meet some of my boys there.
It's about black wine. I know that the brothel is dealing in it.
And you want some of that infernal, soul-eating brew? It's not like it's any of my business, but I would find a decent beer better.
Right, Sergeant. It is none of your business.
I never would have expected that of you, lad. I'm sorry, but I can't take any chances. If we're going to wipe out the cartel, I need you clear-headed. You'll get your demon's brew after the battle.
All right, but there's something else. I heard you've taken hostages.
The families of Perel's people. As long as we have them, he dare not attack. And after the battle, they'll be eliminated. We'll tackle the problem at its roots. We'll kill as many of their breed as we can.
Those are women and children.
If it weren't necessary, I wouldn't have given the order. But to defeat the dragon, you have to think like the dragon. Perel would do the same.
You want to kill the women. Sergeant, are the profits from the brothel really that important to you?
I don't understand.
As you said, the men want to relax before the battle, and guaranteed afterwards as well. What could be more convenient than fresh widows?
What?
Except, of course, if you own a brothel, and you have decided to kill all the lonely widows for the profit.
No, it's not like that.
Maybe so, but people will believe it.
All right, for all I care, I'll let them go.
Лошара.
Let's talk now about the danger I'm going to face. After all, a lot is at stake for you.
You are truly insatiable, lad, but please, once the Kreutzer cartel has been destroyed, I'll put together a little something for you.
All right, it's a deal.
Wait here, lad. I'll look after the prisoners. Tell them a few lies. Maybe that way we can at least surprise Perel. So, they're free. Now we have to strike. Are you ready?
Конечно.
Let's go.
That's the spirit. Off to Kreutzer Alley.
В бой. Размажем картель. Они достали уже на меня атаковать.
Now, if it isn't the strapping lad from the refugee camp, wanna show me your mighty sword?
Piss off, and no stupid look.
Hi there, sweetie. Hi there, sweetie. Now, if it isn't the strapping lad, wanna show me
Better to keep your head down. Here, you can have a knife across your throat faster than you can say for feck's sake.
Come on, you get me and my sister together. She's already cold, though. Come on, you get me and my sister together. She's already cold, though.
Now, if it isn't the strapping lad from the refugee camp, wanna show me your mighty sword?
Ебать. Левица пришла.
That's enough blood! At last, Metropolitan, this is contrary to all the rules. We are not here to help you. You yourselves have chosen the law of the sword, and by that you will now be judged. Fergalosh has won. He will choose the new plague bailiff. Perel is defeated. His life lies in Fergalosh's hands.
In his of all peoples?
Not so fast, Metropolitan. Naturally, the victor is always free to temper justice with mercy.
Haven't you had enough, Margrave? Do you think these fools will ever make peace?
The balance of power was disturbed, yet with a little common sense, we can restore it. But as we all know, it is the victor who must decide.
Not bad. What do you think, lad?
Блин. Казнить его. изгнать его. А вдруг он нам поможет? Пес его знает, как это связано. Давай изгоним, пусть живет.
Banish him. Margrave, make a fresh start.
The office of Plague Bailiff started the dispute. An office which has brought Warunk naught but misfortune. It is hereby abolished. Yakon, mundane matters have kept your people from their real task for far too long. The protection of the city from foreign threats. As thanks, your church is to receive a new office. From this day on, you select the military bailiff. We learned a great deal from the massacre in the refugee camp. The necromancer's poisonous beliefs have seeped deep into our city. Metropolitan, you shall receive assistance. I hereby create the post of Black Bailiff, who, in Lord Boron's name, will combat everything the unholy Razazor and his minions left.
Clever. Very clever indeed, Your Honour.
Fergalosh, however you decide to deal with Parel, the loss of the Kreutzer Cartel will tear a hole in our supply chain. Your disobedience was to a good end. Choose, therefore, someone from your ranks for the office of tax bailiff. Uphold the law and manage trade shrewdly, that Warunk may flourish anew.
So, Parel, you rotten piece of dragon shit! Get out! You can keep your head!
So, now you think you're the all-merciful, eh?
Just get the hell out! We have better things to do! And you, lad, thank you. Your reward is waiting for you.
This is a great day, not only for Warunk, but also for the hostages you freed. The future will show that you made a good decision. Of that, I'm certain.
Ух ты, выбрать броню воина, выбрать броню идущего в тени. Мы воин. Давай воина. Фалька. Шмотки Фалька нам дали.
There had been enough deaths in the feud between the Guard and the Kreutzer Cartel. Margrave Zumadan considered the balance of power to be resolved for the moment. The Guard had won, and the Cartel never regained its former power. Parel continued to conduct his business from the shadows. Margrave Zumadan set up 3 new bailiffs. First, a tax bailiff, who was selected by Fergalosh. Second, a black bailiff, who took over the necromantic remnants on behalf of the god of death, Boron. The military bailiff came from the ranks of the Rondrians. This let Zumadan cement the balance of power in Warunk while allowing the Rondrians to save face. Although no one was completely satisfied, they accepted Zumadan's decision. Lasting peace in Warunk was worth it to them.
Интересно. Интересное решение. Баланс сил восстановился. Хоть и с перевесом в нашу сторону. Так. Серию будем заканчивать. Ссылка на плейлист в описании. Подписывайся на канал, ставь лайк, оставляй несколько комментариев. Все, всем пока.